Hello, everybody, and welcome to the newest episode of The Legacy of the Rimlen. We took a week break last time, but we're back. But, well, before we go into, what happened last time and continue the story, let's, as usual, have our players introduce themselves and their characters. I rolled some dice in the background, and the dice decided that we should go straight alphabetical in terms of player names, not character names, meaning that Ashen should go ahead first and introduce herself and her character. Could you please go ahead, Ashen?
Yeah, of course. I'm Ash, and I'm playing as Illona, my exiled Teeironor noblewoman who's currently held semi-hostage at a little hut by a nice grandma and her son. So that's the situation.
Nice, quote-unquote.
Yeah,
Thank you very much, Ashen. And next, we would have Deli. Could you please go ahead and introduce yourself and your character?
Of course. Hello, everyone. I'm Deli. And as usual, I'm playing Muninn. They are a traveling scholar, keeper of secrets, currently held captive by a massive ogre. We'll see where that goes. Very vulnerable at the moment.
Understandable. Thank you very much, Deli. And next, we would have Show&Tell. Indirectly the reason for the entire hostage situation thing. Could you please go ahead and introduce yourself and your character?
Yes, I am Show&Tell, and I'll be playing as Anghel, who's a mute peasant boy who just trespassed to save his friend, and he doesn't understand why everyone wants to kill him all of a sudden.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Show&Tell. So, last time to briefly recap what happened. I guess going in the order of who was ahead on the road first. We had Muninn's group, which was themselves as well as the boyar and his son. They, while on the road, Muninn almost gave themselves away as to being a book thief, and as a indirect dice consequence of that, they were taken by surprise by an ogre attack, pretty much. The ogre said that the ogre's daddy, that's the term he used, daddy, wanted, asked the ogre to kill Muninn and Illona in front of Anghel. But the ogre said, I have a different idea. So the ogre's plan was, I'm gonna capture you, Muninn, then we're gonna wait for your friends, and when all your friends are here, I'm gonna give you a request so that I don't kill you instead, basically. Now, unfortunately, the boyar and his son insisted that they really need to go, they really need to reach the capital, St. Paris, with the orb, so they more or less stole it from Muninn, although they did promise Muninn that they would give it back once their Muninn's group, with Illona and Anghel, reached St. Paris, and they also promised they would provide the payment they promised for bodyguard services. Muninn, being alone, wasn't able to stop them from getting away and was now held hostage by the ogre, who introduced himself as Greenleaf, on that note. As for Illona, sort of next in line on the road, she wandered off more or less aimlessly after being beaten in a battle of Miku of all people, and she was spotted and taken in by an old woman who treated her wounds, all that nice stuff, and was soon followed on the road by Anghel. Because of some compel shenanigans, Anghel, as Show&Tell said, trespassed, but I kind of think more of forcefully barged their way in to the old woman's home to, in Anghel's mind, rescue Illona. Anghel wound up with a bullet wound instead from the old woman's musket, and TLDR, Anghel and Illona are now more or less held hostage in the old woman's home until either the evening or the next morning over, because of a series of misunderstandings which basically made the villagers believe Anghel and Illona may have killed one of them, their number, So they're gonna wait till the evening or the morning to do a head count, and if everyone's fine, Anghel and Illona can go. Convoluted, but that's the situation we're in. So, as I go to turn on the background music, I should mention all of our players are wounded in one way or another. Going from left to right on the screen, Illona, your level 4 consequence, because it's been 2 sessions already, like this is, I think, the 3rd session after the wound happened. Your level 4 consequence will go away provided you have a chance to rest, like this session, okay?
Sweet. Awesome.
Next we have Anghel. Your level 3 stress will go away provided you have a chance to rest. Your level 4 consequence will go away at the end of the session provided you have a chance to rest, okay?
Okay. A chance to rest next session or this session? Again.
For the bullet wound next session, for the stress this session. Make sense?
Okay, yeah.
As for Muninn, Munin's level 2 consequence and their stress will go away provided they have a chance to rest, which, I mean, they kind of do. They're currently stuck in the hand of an ogre, which I don't know if that I would count that as resting, but I guess we'll see when we get to Muninn. I briefly talked with the players before we began as to who should we visit first, and we sort of decided that we should check up on Anghel and Illona first, just because we started with Muninn last session. So, to briefly describe the scene for Anghel and Illona, you're currently held more or less hostage in the old woman's house. It's not just the old woman, there's also 3 nameless villagers. Obviously you can interact with them and they'll receive names then, but for all intents and purposes they're just mooks. And they're keeping an eye on you. The old woman is currently probably preparing lunch. You guys both have, well, not both, but there is a musket aimed at both of you, the musket that the old woman used. And she's saying she's saying to one of the other people, if they make one move, you blow their fucking brains out. Got it?
Wow.
Now,
We got it.
now where did I put the salt? So, what are Anghel and Illona doing at the moment?
Okay.
I think Ilona's just very confused. It's like, it's a lot happening right now. She just like been taken care of by this lady, and now she's like unable to move, or she get her head blown off. It's like, okay, sure.
As for just for context, the 3 people that are watching you guys along with the old woman, I think one of them is just like loitering on a chair. One of them is like keeping an eye on the musket to potentially use it, and one of them is probably helping the old woman cook.
Okay.
Just to describe the scene.
Illona would try to ask, like, what are you cooking?
Oh, just some polenta, dear.
Oh, nice.
Dear. Well, okay. Interesting.
Everyone's a dear to her.
I mean, she blows their brains out.
Yeah, deer in headlights.
And that's a good idea for a potential aspect, I guess.
Very much so.
Actually, let's make it a scene aspect. Just for context, because we don't use scene aspects that often. Scene aspects are just advantages, basically, that anyone can use, provided they spend a fate point and like they justify how it would be relevant. If that makes sense.
That sounds cool.
What exactly is the aspect? I think I
Deer in the headlights. Thank you. I think it was Deli who gave me that idea.
Oh, okay. I kind of missed that. That's cool. Okay.
Just to contextualize, like, say like a typical example of a scene aspect. It could be like, say you guys are fighting someone in the middle of a city, and a crowded city, and I'll create a scene aspect called crowded streets. And basically you guys can spend fate points as with any other like aspect or advantage to invoke, say, crowded streets by saying, oh, because the street is so crowded, I take advantage to like sneak better, or like I manage to evade an attack, etc., etc. Just to like give a clearer example.
That's cool.
Okay.
And scene aspects can be used by both yourselves as well as enemies, on that note.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I mean, this aspect is kind of hard. Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, how would we use it?
Freeze.
Okay. Okay, so I was gonna ask, I mean, we talked about, I mean, Anghel is wounded, right? And I know that it's not gonna go away until the end of the session, but we should still maybe like narratively do something about I don't know. I honestly don't know what we do with bullet wounds. Should we pull out the bullet? Probably.
Can both of you give me clever rolls?
Lever? Oh no, that's
Clever,
not.
yeah.
Oh, didn't expect that.
Equally.
Okay.
Ah,
You both would know that taking out the bullet should only be done by like an experienced physician, or like someone who at least knows what they're doing, which is kind of hard to come by in these parts. But you should definitely take care to like stop potential blood flow, etc., etc. So you know some rudimentary first aid, but you also know it would be best to seek proper medical attention, which
Yeah, that's for
again
sure.
is very hard to find in these parts.
Okay, but for now, then I guess we should just like bandage it up and hope for the best. Okay.
I think Illona would like say it quite openly to everybody, so they're like not suspicious of any sudden movements or anything. Like, I really want to take care of his wound. Is it like, can some of you help me?
Oh dear, I completely forgot about that. Well, some parsley tea should do the trick. I'll brew you some right enough, right away.
Do the trick for what? Okay. I guess looking suspicious. I guess, I mean, I don't know.
If you'd want, you can roll a careful to like look into her intentions.
Let's do that.
Tea does not sound particularly. 1.
Nice. I guess like not letting this slide.
You can tell that she genuinely wants to help. She probably doesn't know the best way to do that. The tea would probably be more of like to calm you down or a painkiller than actually dealing with the wound.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, so long as it doesn't poison him, Anghel's satisfied. Okay.
I think we could like tie my cape around your leg or your shoulder, like tie it so it stops the bleeding, kind of.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I was thinking we would find some kind of fabric. I don't know from what. Just, you know, but whatever works.
Yeah.
You start using your cape, Illona?
Yeah.
Or maybe. Oh, I don't know. You probably don't like. Okay. Because I feel like that would be a little cumbersome to tie a whole cape around. But I don't know. I mean, you probably don't want to like cut it to pieces or something.
The old woman would probably notice you doing that, Illona, and she would say, "Oh, I'm so sorry. Young dear, I think I have one of Caprian's old shirts around here, back from when he was a baby. Would you care to give them to the lady?" And then she turns to you, Illona. "You can rip it up. It's from when he was a baby."
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. No, he's so pleased. Oh.
Easy to forget that she has the mask, or at least we're like under threat.
Yeah.
One of the people who is also guarding you, Yon presumably, would rifle through the room. Let's actually do a roll to see if they find the shirt. They do after a short while, and they would toss it to you, Illona, without really saying a word.
So I would make it to the right size, if it's not already, since it's a baby shirt, and tie it around.
Can you give me a careful to see how well you dress the wound? Decent enough, although someone more experienced should take a look at it later. It's good first aid, but not good long-term treatment. Make sense?
Okay, fair enough. Yeah.
Lovely.
Great.
So while the old woman is stirring the pot, she'll ask you, "So where do you come from, dearies?"
I think Illona answered it last time, right? She said she's from Tibia when they met.
I think you did answer her, yeah. She still asks.
Tibia. And Anghel is from a village further away from here, but not too far.
Oh, she turns to Anghel. Whose are you, dearie?
Whose are you? Oh, what boy are you, she means?
No, it's a way of saying like, you usually would answer, "Oh, I'm the son of whomever."
Anghel shrugs.
Oh, you don't know, dearie?
Shrugs again.
Oh, I'm so sorry. We had a few of those babies around here too. The priest raised them. Who raised you?
Okay. How do we put an end to this inquiry? Okay. Okay, I guess he points at his mouth. And
She looks at you and blinks.
And does some kind of sign that it's not working. I don't know.
Can you give me a flashy?
Mouth broken.
Yes. Out of order.
Holy-
Ooh, look at that.
Oh, that's a critical
Yeah.
success. Okay.
Ooh.
She.
I don't know what's happening. Like, when we needed the rolls, they weren't there.
She her eyes widen and she says, "Oh, I'm so sorry, dearie. I'll brew you some more parsley tea. That should help."
She's so sweet. Oh my god, I'm melting.
Hunk is not really buying it, but he's okay. He's grudging.
Again, Yon, if they move, blow their fucking brains out. You got it?
Thanks for the reminder.
Yeah, and she'll continue stirring, and she would ask Illona instead, "Well, do you know whose he is?"
No, I haven't known him for that long. From what I know, I know nothing about his family at all.
Above board, just to clarify, whose are you is a very Balkans question. Like, if you ever go to a rural area, all the people there will ask you, "Whose are you?" Like, are you the son of that person or of that person? That's the way they know who you are. But Anghel, you're from fairly far away from here, so she wouldn't know.
Oh, okay. Good. And whatever, it doesn't really care if she thinks he's an orphan or something. What?
Understandable.
I mean, he is, but not the way she thinks.
Understandable. I think what she thought wasn't that you were an orphan, but rather that you were a bastard, probably.
Yeah. Figured. Oh, right. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I got a phone call. Well, she will continue stirring the pot and then would ask Illona, so why did you come through here?
I tried to escape after fight, and it just so happened to be that I ran in this direction. Thank you for helping me, by the way. It was very sweet from you.
But a fight? Why were you here if you're from Tevia, you said? In this country, I mean.
Oh yeah, well, I wanted to explore the world, I guess. There's only so much to see.
Can you give me a sneaky?
Yes, I can. Oh, sorry. It was multiple, but the first one, yes.
Woo!
Oh.
Worked anyway.
Are you on a pilgrimage, dearie?
Of sorts, I guess you could say that.
Are you a mercenary?
No.
Well, there's quite a few sites to visit in St. Paris, I heard.
Okay. Yeah.
She will continue stirring the pot. It's up to you guys if you want to, like, engage with anyone in conversation or not at this point.
Yes, I want to ask the other people, the nameless ones. So, who are you? I want them to have
All the
names.
names.
Yes.
Can you give me a flashy? Because maybe they won't answer. The one who tossed you the shirt will say Yon, but kind of dismissively, and then return to helping the old woman. The other two will not answer.
Okay.
Unfortunately, Anghel is not interested in that. He's just glowering.
There we are, says the old woman. Could you hand this over, dearie? She handed Yon over a mug of parsley tea that he would then like to hand Anghel.
Anghel takes it with his good arm and gives him, a scowl. A good measure.
Can you give me a flashy? Okay. Above board, if you will, like, critically failed the person wielding the musket with a shot.
Oh my god.
You can't even scowl?
You're playing it risky, man.
I did say if you had critically failed, which is very, very unlikely to happen.
Okay, what does it mean when you fail, in this situation, like, narratively? What does it mean?
It would have... the person using the musket would have interpreted it not as you scowling, but rather you, like, grinding your teeth before you are about to lunge.
Oh.
It's a threat, basically, instead of just...
Yep.
Okay. Fine.
You have received the tea. Do you drink it?
I guess he sniffs at it, and then he does, because he kind of did the checkup already on the woman.
It does smell of parsley tea. Let me do a roll.
When you said it's going to be like a painkiller, it's not like
Not an actual painkiller, more like something to soothe you.
Yeah, okay.
With that roll, it's not the best parsley tea you've ever had, but it's decent enough.
Okay.
Yeah. Say, have you two eaten today?
We have not.
Oh, that's a shame. And, there you are, dearie. She hands Yon a plate of polenta. And then she has 2 more plates for the other 2 people, and sets aside a plate for herself as well.
No.
Oh, we're not getting any, are we? Oh, we are getting?
You have not received
I'm-
any. You have not received any.
No, but when you kind of counted the plates, you didn't include us, right? I don't know.
No.
I'm not sure.
Four
I was
plates.
following,
Four
okay.
plates in total for the old woman and for the 3 people watching you.
Okay, very nice. Well, I guess we got the tea. I didn't.
You know, like, if you're a dog owner, you know this. Like when your dog just sits and watched you, like no real expression, but you can just see it like deep in the eyes. There's like, give.
Give me a flashy, Illona. The woman notices you and sighs and says, "Sorry, dearie, food's expensive. An army just passed through the village. Do you think we had time to gather the harvest?"
Illona like she nods her head understandingly, but like the give me is still there, you know.
Marco, if she looks at me that way again, shoot her fucking brains out.
Okay, stop.
Yeah.
And they would continue to eat, not really caring about you guys and your predicament.
Nice. I mean, I'm pretty sure that, does it smell good?
Above board, do you know what polenta is?
No.
Ground and boiled corn, basically.
It's really good.
Oh, maybe we
I love
talked
it.
about this. It kind of sounds familiar to me somehow.
We may have talked about it. It's a
Okay.
staple dish, basically. So Anghel definitely would have had it. It doesn't really smell, so it won't like make your stomach growl or anything, but
Okay. Good.
you would see it as basic food, like the equivalent of like bread, for instance.
Mhm.
And they would eat, ignoring you, although one person would keep an eye on you, the one wielding the musket.
I feel like Anghel would, like, purposefully look away, kind of like, I don't care when he does because he's hungry. Or whatever.
The old woman would say, "Oh shit, what are we supposed to do when they have to take a dump? Can you go with any one of them when they have to, sure. Thank you, dearie. I'm an old woman. I can't deal with that bullshit anymore. I've had 3 children, It's enough for me for a lifetime." But yeah, it currently seems that you will be left to, like,
Yeah.
as hostages without receiving like any food or anything until the evening or until the next morning over.
Like, it depends on whether all soldiers come back by then, basically.
Yeah, this wasn't really stated outright, but can either of you give me a careful?
Like, what if something happened to one of them? It has nothing to do with us. That's the real problem.
Too bad for you guys, I guess. With that roll, you can probably assume that, like, from the previous conversation, etc., this is more or less a village of brigands, if that makes sense. So, they're probably out on the road doing their thing.
Yeah. I mean, I think we kind of understood that because they thought that, we told Miku, they thought, and he, like, not about Miku, but a bandit, they immediately thought it was one of them. So that probably means they're bandits themselves
Yep,
or something.
For a different reason, can both of you give me a careful again?
Okay. Suspicious.
Okay, and also roll a generic careful.
Roll again?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you asked us.
Yeah.
No,
I have more.
You notice
Okay.
you notice that the people watching you notice something outside, and the old woman says, do check out what happened, will you?" Sure. And he goes outside to check out what happened. With your careful rolls, you're not sure what they noticed.
Can I like look to the window?
Yeah. I was gonna say.
You're. I don't want to draw to draw the house again, but you're basically like on the opposite side of the door. You'd have to move to look out the quote-unquote window.
Oh, so we have no idea what's going on. Okay.
I mean, you can move to the window. It's just that you'll get shot if you do.
Nice. We'll take that under advisement.
Yeah. So do you do or say anything while you wait, or should we skip to when the guy comes back?
I can wait until he comes back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then the guy who's watching you would come back and say, sort of dismissively, some rider from the city. Apparently he's riding to the capital to ask for help about something. Oh, what could have happened, dearie? They probably just want more money. Wouldn't surprise me, I suppose.
Okay. Is this supposed to tell us something? I'm not sure.
Are you guys... Well, unless... do you want to do or say anything? Because I was going to propose that we check up on Muninn.
You can do
Yeah,
that.
we can do that, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Give me a second because I have to cough. Sorry. Okay. Muninn, Dely, are you with us?
Yes. Hello.
Oh, just before I forget, I would consider this, like for Illona and Anghel, a brief rest. So I'll remove your level 4 consequence and your level 3 stress.
Oh, yeah, I wanted to ask. Great.
Nice.
Okay. So, Muninn, Dely, you're currently held in the ogre's hand as the ogre just like sits down on a log by the path through the forest, just waiting, occasionally scratching his head, not really making conversation with you. It's not comfortable to be held in an ogre's hand.
No, I can imagine.
Just as a reminder of like, because I don't think I mentioned this in the recap. You did, like, you lost the orb, but also your horse ran away somewhere, along with the rest of your belongings.
Oh no, in the books. Oh my god, I remember.
Rest in peace.
I know where the horse went, because I think we rolled dice, but I don't know if Muninn knows.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously you wouldn't know, oh, the horse went to that spot in the forest, but you may know about, like, cardinal directions, if that makes sense. Can you give me a careful, maybe to see if you know or not?
Yeah, of course. Careful.
It was in the heat of, like, the moment. It's hard to tell where the horse went.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe, I would say, since it's not too bad of a fail, you might be able to, like, put the pieces together, but it will take you, like, a bit of thinking and a bit of time.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, you're currently in a bored ogre's hand. What's up?
I guess the first thing I want to do is maybe convince the ogre to let me go, obviously. I feel like Muninn would look to the ogre and say, like, you know, it's been a while since, like, we've been waiting a while for my friends to arrive.
We have, yes.
Don't you think you could put me down?
But you run away if I put you down.
We already went through this. I'm not going to run away. And besides, you'd surely catch up to me with those massive legs.
You think my legs are massive? What does massive mean?
Big.
I didn't even get the insult.
Oh, thank you. Can you give me a clever?
Yeah, of course. There it is.
Have we gone through this? I still think you run away. Risky. Sorry. No, it's not comfy, but I either hold you in hand or I tie you to tree. Or rock. I could tie you to rock. Maybe that more comfy.
A tree would be preferable.
You rather be tied to tree than in my hand?
Well, as long as the rope was long enough, yes.
Wait, if rope too big, you slip out.
Oh, not big, just long.
Fine. Do you have rope?
I don't know. I don't think Muninn would.
Definitely not on their person.
Yeah, I was thinking.
I don't have wood. I don't have rope on me, but I know what would have rope.
Oh?
Who would?
Who would? Bubble, I didn't hear you.
Yeah, I imagine like Muninn would say that like Muninn's horse would have rope, like incentivizing the ogre to try and find their horse
Very
for them.
smart.
Ooh. Where did your horse go? Could have made
Well-
yummy snack.
Well, how about this, ogre? If you find me my horse, it'll surely have rope and it'll make a tasty snack. Plus, there are a few belongings on it that I'm sure to miss. How about it?
Can you give me a clever?
Not quite.
But if we leave to go find horse, we maybe miss friends. Your friends, not mine.
Yeah. I'm just seeing if I can use an aspect, but I don't think I can really. Maybe could I use a fate point to improve my roll by 2, isn't it?
Yeah, what would you be invoking?
I'd be invoking Keeper of Secrets, Secret Knowledge. So the secret knowledge part, the knowledge that Muninn is trying to seek is the books that would be on the horse.
Okay, that makes sense to me, and I think it's enough to improve your roll. Okay. So, the ogre would say, I am hungry. He has this you know that expression that Gollum made in the Hobbit movie when he was thinking over the riddle? He's going through those expressions, but it's not as cute, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I can imagine. Funny enough, I just recently rewatched the Lord of the Rings films.
Nice.
So it's very yeah.
Okay, fine. Let me roll the ogre's careful to see if the ogre knows where the horse went. Think it went that away, pointing to the south. Oh, but that away is where I wanted you guys to help me with the thing. Oh. He sits back down, sort of disappointed.
Yeah. Well, if the horse did go that way, wouldn't it make sense to kill 2 birds with 1 stone? I feel like Muninn would sigh as soon as they said that. I feel like that's a bit of a
But I wanted to have you and your friends help me with the thing. I can't do it alone.
Well, why don't you show me what you need help with, and
I cannot show you. If you see it, you're already dead.
well, why don't you tell me what it is?
Don't like repeating myself.
Did the ogre tell Muninn what it was already?
Nope.
Okay.
He means repeating yourself as in he'd have to tell you and then he'd have to say it again to your friends.
Oh, okay, I see. I'll. If it's repeating yourself that you're worried about, I'll be able to tell my friends.
Can you give me a clever? It'll be an easier roll, though.
Yeah, of course. Welcome back, Ashen, by the way.
Welcome back. Okay. With that roll, the ogre says, "Okay, you remember and you repeat back, smarty person. Okay, so Daddy asked me to kill you and lady person in front of a peasant boy with no eye, 'cause Daddy cruel." He shrugs. "But I think if you piss off Daddy, then you capable of something. So I really want your help. Two things. I was going to ask you to choose one. There is weird human person, scary, make life pain. He looking for me," points to the north, "over the river. Annoying, very annoying. There's also," points to the south, "basilisk going around down there. Scary, but pelt really shiny. Wanted its pelt." Can you give me a clever to know what a basilisk is?
Yeah, of course.
Not quite. I will say that you'll be able to maybe like think on it again, but the name, it rings a bell, but you can't quite place it.
Okay. Maybe Muninn would say, "Okay, sounds simple enough. Remind me a basilisk."
Ooh, not
What is
simple. Not simple. Ooh, don't think it's simple or you don't get job done.
Well, remind me, what is basilisk?
Let me roll the ogre's clever to see how capable he is of explaining it.
Okay.
It king of lizards, well, usually lizard, have shiny crown on head, usually. Sometimes not though, but if you look at it, or maybe if it looks at you, don't remember. Either way, if you look at it, or if it looks at you, you turn to stone.
Well, I see what you mean by we can't. I see what you're saying by. Jesus, I can't talk. Hang on. Well, that would make things more complicated. If we wanted to have a look at it now.
You human small and sneaky, me big and loud. You better suited to kill it than me. Horse kinda big too, smaller than me but big still. Horse went that way, points to south again, but basilisk also that way, points to south again.
Okay.
Probably horse dead by this point. Basilisk kinda ordinary. Kings be like that, you know?
I see. So, tell me, why do you need this basilisk dead? And of all people,
But I
why?
hate repeating myself.
Again?
He already told you about board.
Oh, he did?
Yep.
Oh, sorry.
Understandable if you didn't notice in character, but the ogre would be annoyed in character.
Okay, that's fine. That's okay, no worries.
Not a criticism, it's just that's how the ogre would react.
Yeah, of course, yeah, that's fair enough.
Can we tell, like, can we say what it is? Or
Muninn, roll me a careful to see if Muninn would remember.
Okay.
The ogre said that he wanted the basilisk's pelt.
Oh, pelt, sorry. Of course, okay.
You also had a second question that I think I interrupted. My bad.
That's okay. I think Muninn was going to ask, unless Muninn already asked it. Muninn was going to ask. So, when this basilisk is dead and you melt, what happens to my friends and I?
He shrugs, says, "You free to go, I suppose? Daddy will not be happy, but he's okay. Daddy not happy lots of times. Used to it."
I think Muninn would chuckle a little bit. And they would probably ponder a little bit, and they would probably think, or say, sorry, they'd say like, well, as long as you keep to your word and my friends and I are free to go after the job is done, then, well, maybe they'd be more willing to help you than you might imagine, than you might think.
Why, you heroes? No like heroes. Heroes kill ogres.
Muninn would probably chuckle at that, but like not really comment on it other than that, for fear of being squished.
I'm going to roll something. After I roll Muninn, could you roll me your careful?
Yeah, of course. Okay, so careful.
I swear pinky promise yes to let you go after job done. Above board, it's not so much that he's lying, but rather if he thinks the situation will suit him, he will try to kill two birds with one stone, if that makes sense.
Right, okay.
So he'll probably not keep his word unless he has to.
Okay.
And yes, the ogre has a sneaky of 0, go figure.
Yeah, fair enough. Trying to think of like what Muninn could say to be like, yeah, okay, well, if you don't keep your promise, it will be, you know. Maybe Muninn would say, well, I appreciate that, but just know that if you don't keep to your word, we'll tell your father that you were considering like defying him. But if my friends and I let free and spared, then we won't tell your father a word.
Can you give me a flash and I'll oppose with the ogre's clever?
Okay. Oh.
But Daddy wants you dead. Why would he care what you have to say? He'd know you're not alive anyway. You still alive anyway.
Okay.
I have a question. I'm not sure. Like the promise is I will let us go after we give him the pelts.
Or if you accept and complete the other task that he has not described yet, yes.
Okay.
Oh, either or?
Yep.
Okay, and what stops us from going supposedly to take the key, to take the pelt and just going?
Good question.
Okay.
Good question.
I was just a little confused, but okay.
Well, Muninn would say, well, despite, I don't know what Muninn would say. Muninn would say, your father wants us dead, yes, but he'd probably want to know what we'd have to say just before our last. Before he kills us, or before you kill us.
Give me flash your sneaky.
Okay. Flash your sneaky. They're both the same. Yeah. Oh, terrible.
Oh wow.
No, he just wants you dead. He He not the type to listen to enemies. He the type that enjoys them screaming.
Hmm.
He shrugs, the ogre.
Scary.
Me no like screams. Me no really like hurting people anyway. Kind of a chore. And then you have to clean up clothes afterwards. Can get messy. People are tasty, but the mess they make, the screams, the screams scare off wildlife, you know? Not convenient.
Well, maybe you should take your own advice. Rather than killing us and making a mess and possibly ruining your next meal by scaring off the wildlife, how about you see that as an incentive to keep my friends and I alive?
But then Daddy wants you dead, and but yeah, I already promised I keep you alive if you bring me pelt, or do the other thing.
Well,
oh yeah, he did describe the other thing. My bad, but he described it briefly.
okay. There was something I wanted to say, but I can't exactly remember. But they would probably. I want them to ask like, "Oh, what's the other thing?" But I'll probably do that in a sec rather than like right this second.
To be fair, he didn't describe the other thing in detail. He said there's a nasty human man up north that's bothering him.
Right. Okay.
Right, you did say that.
Okay. Well, Muninn would say, well, I've heard what I need to hear. Why don't you go and see if you can find my horse then? You must be getting hungry by now.
But if horse went where basilisk is, horse stone now. Can't eat stone.
Well, you might be lucky if you can catch him. He might not be stone yet.
Give me a careful.
Okay.
But I'll oppose with the ogre's own careful.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm hungry. Can you give me a careful for a different reason?
Yeah, of course.
I think that's sufficient for you to realize what's going on, but not the ogre. You hear footsteps, like human footsteps.
Yeah. Oh god.
Not quite sufficient for me to tell you from which direction, though.
Okay. I don't think Muninn would say. I don't think Muninn would tell the ogre, but they would probably try and look around to see where the foot's. Like, just try and look around.
Give me another careful.
Okay. Not quite.
Hard to tell.
Okay. Muninn wouldn't tell the ogre.
Partly because you can't really rotate while you're in the ogre's hand.
Yeah, that makes sense narratively. Yeah, Muninn wouldn't say anything. They would like, if it's like, because in their head they're thinking like, oh, if it's people, come to kill the ogre, then they're.
I will say it sounds like it's only one person.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Well, yeah, they would keep quiet for now.
Okay. The ogre would slowly get up and say, wait, I have to bring you with me. Hard to hunt with one hand. Fine, let's go.
Finally.
Yeah. Let me roll again for the ogre to see if the ogre notices. Nope. Goes on blissfully unaware towards the south. Are you guys fine with checking up on Illona and Anghel again?
Yeah, absolutely. As
Do
long
it.
as yeah.
Okay. Illona and Anghel, you've been sitting, well, up to you if you've been sitting or not, but yeah, you've been in the old lady's house as your wardens have been eating. You can tell that the sun is slowly going down, and you have not received any food. Let me know if you do or say anything or anything like that.
Situation.
What did you ask?
I just said tough situation. Like that's not
Oh,
a
okay,
whole
okay,
lot.
okay. I mean, yeah, you're technically in prison, more or less.
Yeah. Like I don't
Go
know
ahead.
if it's what. Sorry, I was just thinking if we should like try to escape, but I don't know if we can like even manage it, and I don't think it's worth it. You know? So
Another thing we could do, like explain more about the situation with Miku, and probably they realize that it's not a threat to them.
okay, I guess we could try that. Sure. Like try to tell them like that we knew him from before, that we know
Yeah,
him.
and we sort of sent his friends to death, and I was like, okay, he come back.
You want to explain all that? I don't know. Like I don't know how much of it would like sound super suspicious. Like if you knew him, why'd you turn on him? What happened? You know, I don't know.
We could just like this dude had a crush on me, man, and I said no, and he went bazonkers.
Perfect.
Okay.
With your sneaky, that could work.
Yeah. Illona would tell a half lie.
Okay.
Yeah. Is it sneaky?
Well, what are you saying?
I'm pulling the part of the story that unresponsed feelings, you know. And he went to bazonkers, and he was not from here, but he went to go find me here because, like, you know.
Then give me both a sneaky and a flashy.
Oh no! Why?
Flashy. Oh gosh.
Ugh.
Oh no.
How does that work though?
She nods and says, "Oh, that happened to me too a couple of times, but well, you just have to go with it, marry them, and then bury them in the ditch." She sort of continues eating, kind of.
Then what happened to your husband?
At least one of the husbands. She continues eating, sort of uninterested.
Oh, that didn't do much.
As in, you've convinced her that you're telling the truth with Miku, but she doesn't really find that, say, impressive, or maybe she hasn't made necessarily the connection. You know what I mean?
Yeah, can we try to emphasize the fact that we knew him from before and he's not from this village?
Yeah. So like,
or
it's kind of pointless. Like he's not gonna be part of your team.
Your team? But I also don't know what you mean by your team.
I mean, like
the village.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. Give me a flashy.
Flashy again? Oh
Why
gosh.
flashy?
Yeah,
Okay,
flashy,
that's
flashy.
a critical success. Okay.
Ooh.
I take it.
Normally she would say something to Eliza, that's perfectly fine, but it's not my decision. But with a critical success, she will let out a very long sigh and say, "Jon, could you go be a dear and fetch my son again?" Sure. He and Jon will give you guys a nod and go to fetch the lady's son, which is the brigand chief, pretty much.
Yeah.
Be sure to have your arguments ready, I suppose.
Oh no. We need another flashy for the guy? Shit.
Oh man. Wait, deer in the headlights. Maybe they're very
Anghel
flashy.
Can Can I at least, assist with the flashing? Make eyes? I don't know.
Of course, Anghel can, yeah. You just have to say it before the roll happens, okay?
Yeah, I didn't think about it. Like I was thinking about how Anghel has a better flashy, but I don't know.
As for the results of the roll, because it is a critical success, you've ensured that the old woman and your jailers believe you. That doesn't mean that you'll automatically convince the brigand chief.
He wasn't here.
For a different reason, can you both roll me a careful?
What's with my carols today?
Ush. What? What happened?
Same situation. The people apparently hear someone now outside again. And
and we don't know. We haven't heard it.
yeah, basically you don't hear what they hear.
But do we notice them? Maybe.
Yeah, you do notice them raising their heads oh, what could that be? And
Okay.
your woman will say, Makuta, go check what's going on outside, will you? And that young lady that she addressed will nod and go check out what's going on outside. Above board, if you're planning to escape, you only have 2 jailers at the moment.
Hint, hint.
Should we risk it?
I don't think it's worth it.
That
I
wasn't,
mean,
that wasn't a suggestion, just a piece of information.
Yeah. They still have the masket, right?
What did you say? I'm sorry?
They still have the masket, trained on us? Or
Yep.
at the ready?
Yep.
I wouldn't risk it, no. No.
Yeah, I mean, we got shot once. Wasn't fun.
The young lady would come back first with a very creeped out look. She'd say, nastiest old woman I've ever seen. Are you talking about me, dearie? No, really ugly and really smelly one.
What?
Oh,
Is
yeah.
that the mother of the forest? What's going on? I don't understand. Who else could it be?
Could be it.
But she's dead. She was decapitated. But pretty charming.
The old woman would say.
Right.
The old woman would say, so they didn't ask her for money, did they? I mean, it's an old woman. No, I think they didn't ask her for money just because they didn't want to go near her. The old woman shrugs. All sorts of travelers these days.
Okay. That is bizarre. So maybe there's another old woman.
There's more?
Too many to deal with. I wonder if would Anghel suspect it's something? Because by now we've had enough encounters, I feel like.
I mean, a smelly old woman, sure, there's the mythical creature of the Mother of Forest, but it's also very, very generic.
That's true.
But it's the smelliest old woman she's ever seen. That tells a lot.
You can come to your own conclusions, and obviously I will not say, oh, Anghel would think of this, or Illona would think of this.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if it's what are the chances for Anghel to really get caught up on that? But probably not high. Maybe he's just a little suspicious in the back of his head a little, but not to the point that I don't know what.
Sure.
For now.
If nothing else, after a couple more minutes, the other jailer, for lack of a better term, would come back, joined by the brigand chief Caprian, as he looks at both of you and says, "What is it?" They say they're innocent, Chief. Why? Why should we believe them?
Ashen needs to tell the story again.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like wait for her to preface it, so like that I can enter in a good way.
Is she going to?
Is the lady gonna say anything else, or is it just?
Hmm. Let me roll some dice. I'm gonna roll d20, a fate roll, basically. If it's a bad roll, she'll say something that will put you in bigger trouble. If it's a good roll, she'll say something that will help you. If it's closer to the middle, she won't say anything. Okay?
Okay.
I guess we're taking the risk.
Come on. Let's get it.
Roll.
That's
the middle.
very, very average, so she says nothing.
I guess that's better than
She says,
the way it could have been.
"Oh, I should brew some more parsley tea. Lots of guests today. Caprian, be sure to bring me some more parsley when we're done, all right?" "Sure, Mom."
Then Illona would say like, basically tell the same story. Like he was not from here, and he came here because, yeah, like revenge for unresponsed feelings and stuff, and take that, yeah.
Sure, give me a sneaky. The other quote jailers will assist you, like they'll nod along, like, "Oh yeah, that's what happened," because of
okay.
Because of your critical success earlier. Yeah, they will like nod along, like, "Oh yeah, we believe Illona," so you'll get an assist from them.
And Anghel too. But wait, is it a sneaky, not a flashy?
Sneaky, cause Caprian doesn't care about like your value as a storyteller, unlike his mother.
Okay, nice.
Do I get the assist from Anghel as well, or
Yes.
am I? Okay.
If Show&Tell describes
You can do this.
If Show&Tell describes how, and also I will roll Caprian's careful to oppose you.
Okay, so I guess Angel's just like looking very intensely. Like, I guess he can also nod, but like, you know, like he's trying to. I don't know how to explain it, but like when you're trying to convey, you know, you're trying to convey that you're not lying when you like not looking away, kind of intensely, kind of, you know. That's kind of what he's doing.
Makes sense to me. Illona, could you please roll me your sneaky with the 2 assists?
Here it goes. I needed that assist.
Wow, what is happening?
High on an overcome.
That's a tie on an overcome,
How
meaning
did that happen?
either you succeed, or you succeed at a negative cost, or you fail. Your choice. Or obviously you can improve the roll, etc., etc.
Yeah, I think I might improve the roll. Yeah, I do it. I will invoke running from a past life, I think. It's like covering up her tracks, you know?
Okay. Sure thing. You improve your roll. And he looks at you like he believes your words and says, "So why didn't you lead off with that earlier?"
I'm sorry about that. It's been a very time right now, and it took me a while to get out of the shock.
And why did you, looking at Anghel, decide to barge in on my mother?
He's my friend. He was looking for me. I just ran away. I was in panic, so he followed me.
Anghel nods emphatically.
Can either one of you give me a flashy with the other assisting?
This one is easy. I'll do the assisting.
Even though it's not such a big difference. It's like, oh, whatever.
He still looks suspicious. Well, not so much suspicious, but rather annoyed, I guess would be the best term. And he says, "All right, fine. Suppose we let you go. It's nearly sundown. Where would you stay? It's quite a ways off until the next village.
I'll guess we'll make a campfire somewhere and sleep out.
These parts? He lets out a whistle. Your choice. Still, I think for all the trouble you've caused, I think a bit of compensation is due.
I kind of forgot what I had. I had some small coins, right? Like some silver. And then also the antique valuable coins.
You have some small copper coins. I don't think you have the medium silver coins. And yeah, you probably do have a handful of the antique coins.
Wait, didn't I have a bunch of silver coins from the first episode where
It's just, you probably do. It's just that I don't remember which one of you has and how many you have.
But I remember I stole some.
Anghel doesn't have any.
No, I mean gold coins, like the ones you found in the ruins.
Oh, she was talking about something else, right?
I was talking about the very first episode, the tavern episode, where I stole from the old woman, the barkeeper.
Oh, those were copper coins, the lowest value ones.
Okay.
Still a decent amount, of pocket change, but yeah.
And we used some of it on the way too.
Yeah. I'll give him the rest of what I have of the copper coins, and then if this doesn't do, maybe I can help you some other time, or tomorrow in the morning, with something else.
He looks at the coins, doesn't even take them. It clearly seems like a paltry amount to him, and he says, "Help us with what?"
I don't know.
Yeah, what did you mean by that?
Sorry?
Yeah, I was asking Ashen what you meant by that.
I don't know either. If they have any favors to ask from, we're going to the prince, right? So, if we...
I don't think you've mentioned that you're going to the prince.
I could mention that we have the boyard in our company, and also we're gonna see the prince. So if you'd like to ask for any favors of them, we could just carry the message.
Do you say that?
I guess, yeah.
Can you give me a flashy?
No, not again. Jesus.
Can Anghel assist?
If you can tell me how.
I don't know. He does what he always does. He kind of nods.
Superpower, kind of nods.
Okay, I'll accept
Oh my
it.
god.
I'll accept it.
-1 fate point, please.
What are you invoking?
Oh my god.
I'm invoking Master of Escape, or no, Experienced Risk Taker. That's what's better.
How does that relate to your current situation?
Well, she's taking a risk with not paying enough and offering we're gonna see high up people,
Sure. Okay. Fair enough. He says, you were with His Excellency. Why didn't you say this from the beginning? What's with the story about the guy who was in love with you? So are you with His Excellency or not? Your stories contradict each other.
Why?
Basically, TLDR, the current story was, oh yeah, this guy followed me and was creepy, so that's why I'm beat up, etc., and that's why I'm here, because I ran away from him in a random direction. But now you're saying, oh, we were also with this one boyar, but that one boyar,
before
unknown to you guys, that one boyar has passed through this village.
Does he make the connection? Did we tell him who?
I didn't specifically say. I think that we traveled together at the moment. Just I'm gonna see the boyard and I'm gonna see the prince. If you
okay.
favors.
Okay, sure. Well, that makes sense. Okay. Yeah, and with that roll, okay, I'll accept the explanation. He'll say, well, if you're with His Excellency, surely you must carry some coin on you.
That's it. What I have right now.
Give me a sneaky.
No.
You're not fooling anyone, dear.
So either I go for another fate point and try to use deer in the headlights somehow. Or I go for a reroll. But 6 is a very high one.
It is a very high one.
Do you think, like, your sneak is... Yeah, it is high then.
Could I use deer in the headlights for this? I just want to see if it works.
Yep, but how would it help you, if that makes sense?
So, it's such a pressured situation that just my lying and sneaking skills go up the roof, man.
Sure. Makes sense to me.
And then I spend a fate point upon that, so I have more than him.
So you can spend 1 fate point on deer in the headlights to make your roll a 5 to a 6, but that's still insufficient.
I need to spend a fate point to use deer in the headlights?
Yeah.
I thought it was... Okay.
It works the same as any other aspect. It's just that everyone can access it.
I don't know. Oh.
Well, then I guess I have to use my last fate point.
Okay.
But you're... okay.
YOLO.
So if you want to do that, okay, there's one fate point for deer in the headlights and 1 fate point for what else?
Improve the roll again, right?
Yeah.
You have to use a different aspect, if that makes sense.
Master of Escape.
Sure, that does make sense to me. Okay. What the hell did I... it's gonna roll some dice, ignore it. Okay. Okay. Illona's now out of fate points and she has to accept compel, so that's always fun.
Ooh!
He looks visibly frustrated and turns to Anghel and says, and what about you?
Oh. Anghel doesn't have a sneaky enough. What does Anghel have? Gold coins?
You probably have like a bunch of low value copper coins, and I imagine you also have a few gold coins from the ruins. But again, gold coins are like a very big deal.
Yeah, we don't want to flaunt those. We already learned our lesson.
For context, when they extorted the boyar, they extorted him for silver coins.
So he brings out the copper coins.
Give me a flashy, but Illona, you will assist just because, you've already convinced him that at least one of you is poor.
Okay. Flashy?
Yep.
Why?
Surely a strong, young, fit man like yourself, surely you've earned some money from working off somewhere. You can't travel on the road with no money.
I'm thinking of maybe using the fate point. Wait, I'm not sure. I need an aspect, right? My aspects.
You
suck.
do. You also have access to deer in the headlights.
Okay.
Which I should have spelled DEAR, but too late now.
Oh man. Missed opportunity.
Yeah,
Yeah, I thought that was the point. Okay.
my bad.
Anyway, I mean, I kind of had a thought about how to use it.
Okay.
Okay, I don't know if that's gonna work, but like, is the fact that Angel's like a deer in the headlight, like, does that make him like,
Seem more pathetic?
yeah,
It would. Yes. Sorry. Yes.
like he's like, if you looked at him, you wouldn't think he would lie to you because he's such like so
Yep.
caught in
Yep.
the situation. Okay.
I mean, you also
So,
have
okay.
you also have a stunt specifically for that. But yes, I'll accept your justification for.
Forget my stunts. I feel like they're such, they're cheats. Like, whatever.
They're meant to be.
Um,
But if you spend a fate point on that, that is sufficient.
Great.
He looks visibly frustrated and says, "Fucking fine. Get the hell out of here."
Did they take our coins, by the way?
Illona's. Oh, Anghel, did you also offer yours? I don't remember.
Yeah, I mean, he showed it to them to show that's what he had.
Actually, I'm gonna do a roll to see if he'd take your coins, okay?
And you said he didn't take my coins, you said. He just
I
like
mean,
looked at
that was before, but yeah.
Okay.
He's too frustrated to care about your poultry coins.
Yay!
Mhm.
Got away with the coins. So are we leaving?
By the way, above board, I think Joseph did warn Anghel, when you reach this village, make sure you have this amount of coins ready.
Right. Well, we had other things to worry about.
Understandable.
We really need to get points, like silver coins, so we can actually spend
Yeah.
in times of need.
I'll just pickpocket him on the way out.
Go for it. Oh my god! But wait until Anghel.
Okay.
I'm kidding.
And as you get up and begin to leave, you'll hear a knock on the door.
No.
And the brigand chief will open the door, and it's one of the villagers with a very panicked expression. And he'll say with ragged breaths, "Boss, someone took Mariuta." What? Someone took her. Who was it? It was some people saw this weird old woman. She stank, and she took her. Well, start looking. She couldn't have gone far. And he says to your jailers to also go and start looking.
Okay, bye. We don't care about that. I mean, this is like one time when Anghel doesn't care that they got some people involved. They shot him. Like, he probably figures out that it has something, like, it's something weird is going on, probably. And they're probably the cause of it. But he doesn't care.
You two want to earn some quick coins?
Ooh.
Oh, shit. Okay.
I have a feeling this is not something we want to get involved with, though. What?
Is that what Illona says?
No, it's just me. It's just Ash.
Oh, okay. I mean, yeah, it's probably like another shenanigan that we kind of indirectly caused.
This is kind of the norm, I guess.
Yeah.
It is at this point.
Not
Yeah, we probably-
not confirming or denying, just laughing at your joke.
So, know. I mean, it's only the two of us, and we're already kind of wounded, and we don't have fate points. I mean, we barely have any.
You raised a good point. Okay. Can we do like we'll think about it maybe later.
Oh, yeah, bye.
Do you say that?
No.
No.
Anghel, fortunately, can say that. You can just think it. So, I think we're thinking.
Yeah, Illona's like, I think we should be off.
Suit your fucking selves. Get the hell out of here.
Woo! We made it.
Bye.
A little girl gets kidnapped and you don't care. Fine.
Who gets kidnapped? What did it say?
A little girl.
Oh.
A little girl? You didn't say that, no. Oh, shit.
Yeah, you didn't say that.
True that he did not say
It's a
that.
little bad.
To be fair, the name he mentioned is like a diminutive, but other than that, yeah, there were no clues.
I mean, yeah, okay.
Yeah, he told you to get the hell out of here.
And so
Okay.
we do.
I guess, but we feel bad. I mean, at least Anghel feels bad about it a little bit.
We can look for the child still. We just don't have to.
Okay.
Illona?
We'll have our eyes peeled.
Ashen? May I offer you a compel?
Oh, okay.
The idea just came to me, and unfortunately you'll be obligated to accept because you are out of fate points.
Fortunately, yeah.
Okay.
I'd like to offer you a compel on your has a bounty on her head.
Oh.
You mentioned you're from Tivia. Maybe at one point, maybe one of these people heard, oh yeah, there was that infamous criminal from Tivia. And it was, yeah, a young woman with dark hair.
Okay.
Obviously you're obligated to accept, but you can, like,
Does that mean
try to dissuade me, if that makes sense. As to your question, Show&Tell, what does that mean? Basically,
like, did they say anything, or is it just some like just the fact that
the compel is someone will realize who Illona is.
Okay. At this moment, okay.
Yep.
Fair enough.
I can only accept it.
Sure,
Let's go with.
Sure, but you can try to dissuade me if you'd like.
How do we do that? Like,
No,
what would dissuade you? What?
Just argue with me, basically.
So can I delay the light bulb until like we
Nope.
walked a bit?
No,
Okay. Can I disinterest the person a tiny bit because of the kidnapping as well? It's like a lot going on.
that's not part of the compel. That's one of like the way you can react to it afterwards.
I meant the person that realized it.
So basically, I'm compelling you that someone will realize what's going on. What you do with that afterwards, that's not part of the compel. You can do with it afterwards however you'd like.
Okay. Yep. Well, then I can't do anything, I guess. So,
Okay.
good.
Here is a fate point. I'm going to do a roll to see which one of these people realizes that, okay?
Mhm.
You're the one who handed you the like torn up shirt, and the errand boy pretty much who say, you said you're from Tivia, lady?
Yeah.
Boss, he like leans in to whisper something to the brigand chief.
Well, thanks for the say. Guess we'll get going. And she starts to go.
Can you hold for a little bit, says the brigand chief after the guy just whispered in his ear.
Look, I really just want to get out of here for now. We've
Sure,
not
and,
even.
and we want you to get the hell out of here too, but have you ever heard of a guy named Ashen? Please help me if I get the name wrong. Lawrence?
You got the name right. You got the name right. um, like I'm thinking what strategy I should go with. Like either like yeah, the one that got killed, horrible, or if I should be like no. I think I'm gonna go with yeah. I've heard of he got murdered. Yeah, horrible.
Strangest thing, heard he got done in by a young woman with dark hair.
And believe me when I say I've been mistaken for her many times. There than one woman from Tibia.
I'm sure. But you know, that was a lot of money that the Wanted Notice said. Would you like to come with me to St. Paris so we can verify what's happened? I'm sure it's just a misunderstanding, but I'd be loath to let an opportunity like that slip through my fingers.
Start to like say, "Oh yeah, sure."
One of the brigands will say, "But boss, but what about Markutsa? She's literally worth hundreds of gold coins. She can buy 100 Markutsas."
Oh, okay. He makes us feel guilty about leaving this girl, and then he... Fine.
Well, I've been...
A neighbor's little girl is not worth as much as like millions of dollars, the equivalent of.
Fine.
I'm joking, but...
I mean, I perfectly understand, that he was just, whatever, doing his... Like, okay, we understand what kind of person he is. That's all.
Yep. He is that kind of person.
Can you describe how we are standing right now? We're outside of the house.
You're not outside. You're not outside.
What? We're not?
No.
I thought we were. Okay.
You were motioning to go, but he's blocking the doorway.
Illona would lean in a bit and say, let me out now. Let me out.
I don't think I will.
Angus also looming.
Actually, give me like a forceful, because you're attempting to intimidate him, but I'll oppose with his forceful.
I'm not really attempting to intimidate him. I just said, let me out.
Okay, Anghel is trying to intimidate him. I mean, I don't know.
Forceful or flashy then?
Forceful.
Well, I meant Illona, because Illona was... But
oh, so Anghel was trying to intimidate, but okay.
I took it as you assisting Illona, but okay.
Okay.
Like,
yeah,
I
understand. You can ignore that.
From my perspective, I just I didn't want to take it as a role, just conversation.
Okay. Then his answer would be, I don't think so.
And this is the point where I'll use my stunt. Tactical retreat. I'm out of there. Yeet. Bye.
Makes sense. Do keep in mind that it only applies to you, not to Anghel.
Yeah, but what? How narratively does that work exactly?
Well,
she just disappears.
Actually, Ashen, let's talk about that, because a stunt is supposed to be like your really cool fuck the system moment, so to say. So how would you almost magically escape from the situation? Like, I'll accept anything. I'm just asking you to describe your own cool moment.
Is it possible that I just knock out One Punch Man him to the head, and he's temporarily knocked out? So also the doorway is free then?
A bit. Him being knocked out is a bit much.
Can I kick him back in the stomach so he flies out from the doorway?
Sure.
Okay.
But before you do that, guys, your stunt is you escape from any situation. Let's clarify, is it escaping from this room or escaping from like the village? With the caveat that Anghel won't be able to follow you right away.
I mean, Anghel has a stun of his own. Things become dire, so don't worry.
I guess from the village then. She just continues.
Sure. You kick him back, surprising absolutely everybody, and run out before anyone inside can react. And since the village is more or less in general chaos as they're looking for the little girl, you're able to more or less blend in. And feel free to move your token on the map to where you would end up. Well, fairly close to the village still, but yeah.
Alright.
I
Really
will
close to
put-
the village. Is this okay?
Yeah, I think it's okay. What was your question, Show&Tell?
I just wanted to point out that Anghel, he just heard. I don't think did he ever hear about Florence before?
Nope.
Okay. So he just heard about. I mean, I don't know. He heard, Illona's version of things and this accusation, and he knows that. I mean, yeah. So I don't know exactly what he. Yeah, I don't know exactly what he thinks right now, but he's not super, trusting of Illona, and then she just kind of escaped. So I'm just saying,
Maybe Joseph was
after
right.
he chased her before to try to save her, I think he's kind of done.
Okay. Well, sorry. In the little house again, all the NPCs the old woman and the other three jailers are stunned, and the old woman says, "Help him up! What are you doing, you morons?" And
So I'm sorry.
and two of the jailers will quote unquote jailers again will go out to help the brigand chief to his feet.
Okay. They went out the door to help him up, right?
Yep.
Sangha just walks behind them and walks away. He's just really angry at it.
Can you give me a sneaky?
He's not trying to be sneaky, by the way.
Sure, but this is more
just.
this is more like a passive sneaky, if that makes sense. Yeah, the situation is too chaotic for them to care.
Okay, good. He was like, fuck this. He just walked away. Okay.
You walk out of the house and you see the two quote-unquote jailers helping the brigand chief up. The brigand chief, you've been to the bar often. You've never heard swearing quite like what's in his mouth. But other than that, this village itself seems like a scene of organized chaos, let's say, as everyone is looking for this missing little girl. Above board for the time of day, it's nearing sunset.
So, I wanted to say that Anghel takes notes of the swear words, but okay. He's just in a mood right now. If it's seriously, I've had it. So he just walks out. I don't know. He doesn't feel like looking for any girl. Doesn't care.
Mm-hmm. Can you give me another sneaky? Again, more like a passive sneaky.
Okay.
Yeah, you're unnoticed. There's too much going on for people to really pay attention to you.
Awesome. That's good. Really. Good for them.
If you had a mood, an aspect that said moody or whatever, I'd compel you to punch someone in frustration.
You totally would. By the way, question, can I change aspect?
Yep. Of course
I can? Just like that?
Yep. Except for your high concept.
Okay, interesting. So I can, do stuff with it. I'll have to think about it.
Technically, you can even do it right now, technically speaking. I'd rather you don't, because it's easier to do it in between sessions, but you can, and I would allow you to.
Oh, no, it's fine. I was just Because I've been thinking this for I've been thinking this for a while. Because yeah. So anyway, and I just forgot to ask.
So
I
you
have to think
can-
about exactly what I wanted to.
Yeah, you can. It's just that your high concept, the recently orphaned Rima peasant boy, that can only be changed when you guys reach a major milestone in the story. And a major milestone is something like, again, something very, very significant happening in the story.
Okay, like just like out of curiosity, what does it mean narratively? Like suddenly he's not.
Aspects. Sorry.
Well, okay, it doesn't have to
the-
change who he is.
Yeah, exactly. They do like the aspects are meant to be like short sentences that sum up a person, but you can obviously say that one thing is more important than another at any point. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so anyway, yeah, but that was just an aside. I'm not gonna do it.
Sure. So, you find yourself in this busy, organized chaos. Nobody's really paying attention to you. Do you head anywhere? What do you do?
He heads toward the road. He's just going to continue on his way.
Towards the west, so like where you guys were
Yeah.
originally going, right?
Yeah, where are Illona? Like in the direction of Illona and Muninn further ahead and stuff.
A question for Ashen then. After you make your getaway, do you wait for Anghel or do you continue on?
I would probably wait for Anghel.
Then I think we can have a scene of you two reuniting. By the way, Anghel, you haven't retrieved your horse. That's fun. We can have a scene.
Oh shit! I forgot. Where is it? Ugh.
Good question.
Okay.
You don't
Oh.
see it.
Yeah, where? Okay. That's great.
You'd have to go look for it, unfortunately.
Yeah, I feel like he wants, like, walking out his anger kind of helps him right now. So whatever. I don't think he
Sure.
stops to look for it.
Sure. Yeah. We can have a scene of the two of you reuniting before we check up on Muninn again. Make sense?
Okay.
So, again, there are people like fanning out from the village looking for this little girl, but you're able to like slip by, both of you, through the commotion, no questions asked. Illona's the first one out, and Illona, if you decide to wait, eventually you would see a moody young man walking along the road as well.
Back to where she is.
I mean, if she is on the road, you would inevitably come across each other.
Yeah, I mean the token. Should I move it to?
If you want, sure.
She would realize it's Anghel, right?
Probably.
I guess.
And say,
If you want to like play the guessing game, I love you for you to use your kill someone instantly stunt on Anghel, I guess. Feel free to give me a careful.
Hey.
I'm joking. I don't think I would allow you, Illona, to use it on another player character. You're not sure. It's a silhouette of a young man.
I'll probably wait until it's closer.
Sure.
Anghel kind of, when they do get closer enough to something, he looks up, he sees her, and then he just kind of continues. He doesn't stop.
Okay. So Illona would...
Sorry, continue.
Wait, I need to cough real quick. Sorry.
No
Okay.
worries.
I'm back. Illona would be saying, "I'm very happy that you made it out safe, and I'm sorry I just ran away like that. They knew who I was, and that's not good."
Not Ashen. Show&Tell, may I offer you a compel?
You can offer.
and obviously you do have fate points, so you can refuse. I think I'd like to compel your high concept or recently orphaned Rima peasant boy, because that also kind of encompasses your like character backstory and like your relations with other people and your backstory. Joseph's words of like, don't trust Illona or Muninn, they're definitely bad people, they come back to your mind and they seem much more credible now. Would you accept that compel?
Yeah.
Okay, here's a shiny fate point. Do carry on.
Okay. I mean, I feel bad about this, but I feel like, yeah, it was kind of a snap. Fine.
Right, so
Like-
before it was like you being snappy, now the compel is you're genuinely suspicious.
Yeah, exactly. I was thinking like, that her apology might make him like pause, but the fact that she said like, they know who I am and that's not good, it makes him like, who are you? Kind of thing. So he kind of stops, looks at her like up and down, kind of like he's kind of stifling, like kind of, trying to like he's seeing her again, kind of, and then he just kind of turns and continues walking.
Hey, wait, what's wrong? Please stop.
He continues walking, I don't know. He just kind of looks away from her too and hunches his shoulders a little. Like he's obviously not in the mood to talk.
Right. I think Illona would not push it for now. She'd say like, I guess we'll talk later, and just follow behind him.
I feel bad. Okay.
Okay. Shall we check up on Muninn?
Let's do.
Deli, are you with us?
Yes, I am.
Sorry for the little prolonged absence.
It's okay.
So, you're walking... Actually, no, you're not walking. You're being walked, I guess, by an ogre as you're still in his hand, as he's making his way forcefully south, occasionally toppling over like some younger trees or like accidentally scraping you against some old other trees. But otherwise, it's a very uncomfortable journey, but a very fast one, if that makes sense.
Yeah, okay. I think... Sorry?
Go ahead.
I was going to say, like, narratively, Muninn would probably, in between getting, like, every time they, like, take damage, I guess, as it were, like, if they're, like, hit against the tree, go, like, watch it, you know?
What? See something?
And then they would just, like, scoff and go, never mind, let's be more careful.
Careful or what? Did I step in poo? Oh, hard to clean up.
I think Muninn would leave it. They don't want to, like, they realize, like, the ogre is a bit, like, they would just leave it.
If I step in poo, please tell me. I have to clean it fast.
Maybe I will, maybe I won't.
Don't be mean. Could you give me a careful to see if you like spot any signs of the horse or like the basilisk?
Yeah, of course.
I will also roll for the ogre.
It was a careful, wasn't it?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, I've just rolled.
Yep, I'm waiting for the results of my roll, and both of you carry on blissfully unaware of anything.
Okay.
Okay. You carry on towards the south. Far to the south. It feels to you like you've been walking for quite a while. Feel free to also move your token if you'd like.
Oh yeah, of course.
You think your horse got far? But if ran into Basilisk, then maybe too far? Or maybe not far enough. Hard to say.
Muninn would say, why don't you stop for a second and see if you can notice any tracks?
Okay. He stops and begins looking for tracks. Feel free to also do the same.
Okay. Would that be careful?
Yep.
Okay. Not good.
Oh, I did step in poo. Oh, why do you not tell me? He like scrubs his foot on like a branch. And then he looks, who was that? He walks back north for a little bit and picks up and also shows you what looks like a statue of a squirrel. Like a stone squirrel.
Stone squirrel. Oh, sure, because of the basilisk.
It near, or maybe it was here. By the way, you smart person, what do lizards eat if all meat becomes stone?
Good question. I suppose even IRL, I never thought about that. Well, not all lizards eat meat. Lizards might eat grass or vegetables.
Oh, heard about people like that. My daddy's sister like that. She no fun.
Who is your auntie? Out of curiosity.
Well, we have many aunties and uncles. Which one you ask?
The one you just spoke of. The vegetarian.
Oh, don't really remember her name. Me never speak with her, to be honest, but she had daughter once, and daughter got kidnapped by, points down to the earth. She really sad about that, so she make winter, and winter not good.
There's nothing. Well, I suppose that's a matter of perspective. I like winter. Was that what you were saying? Like he doesn't like the cold?
Well, before daughter, so my cousin? That's cousin, right?
Yes.
Before cousin got kidnapped, it's sunny and pretty and glowy all year round. So nice.
Interesting. Well,
If you figure out which myth I'm talking about, like IRL myth, feel free to mention it.
I'm not actually.
I feel like it reminds me a little of Persephone, but I don't.
Ding ding ding. Persephone is the cousin though, not the aunt.
Yeah.
Nice.
Demeter is the aunt.
Yeah, well, that's the Roman name and not the name in our universe, but yeah.
Okay.
Well, no, actually, that's the Greek name, not the Roman name. I'm dumb. But carry on.
I think Muninn would say... Muninn, if they can, Muninn would look around again to see if there are any signs of...
Sure.
Signs of anything, really.
Give me a careful... I'm allowing you to roll again, because maybe now you'll know what to look for, given that you see a stone squirrel in front of you.
Yeah, okay. Oh, nice.
Yeah, now that you look is that another stone squirrel up in the tree? And is that a stone snake? It's clearly been here before. And with that roll, is it... It looks like it's been heading northwest. The basilisk. You see no signs of the horse.
Okay. Well, Muninn would point northwest, and they would say, I think the basilisk is that way.
Okay, so you know which way to go when we meet friends. Oh, that's right, we should go back to road to see if friends are there.
Well, no, not yet. Surely it would make sense to see where the basilisk has gone.
Why? I don't want to be stone.
Well, no, but I mean, if you close your eyes, you won't have to look at the basilisk.
But not sure if it's... if I look at it or if it looks at me.
Well,
Don't remember.
You are a big creature. I suppose it would be hard for you to hide.
True.
Why don't I go along and see if I can find a basilisk myself? It would be easier for me to hide.
But if I let go of you, how trade with friends?
Well, I mean, if you stay put, I'd be able to find you. You're not exactly hard to see.
I'm gonna roll the ogre's clever.
Okay. This is a bit far-fetched what I'm trying to do right now.
But if I stay put, you can just run away.
Well, have it... Excuse me. Muninn would think for a second, I think, and say... Well, have it your way, but if we split up, we'd be able to cover more ground. You'd be able to find the horse, take a snack, don't eat all of the belongings on the horse, and I'd be able to find the basilisk. And, well, if I turn to stone, well, my friends... that would be me dealt with, and my friends would want to kill the basilisk even without hearing your terms.
They will?
Well, I mean, I suppose so. Like,
But
if they see
basilisk, it's scary.
Sorry, what was that?
It basilisk, it's scary.
That's true, but if they find me turned to stone, they would...
But how they find you?
Well, they're looking for me, aren't they? They'd eventually find me.
They are? Oh, they are. Oh, we should go back to road.
Well... I don't know if Muninn would carry on with this. Like, they really want to, like, trick the ogre, but then I feel like it's not getting anywhere with it, you know? Which is fair enough, obviously. Because, you know, but, I think Muninn would say, fine, have it your way.
Okay. You start running back north. Can you give me a careful and also roll for the ogre?
Yeah.
Both of you notice. The ogre notices first and stops and lets out a "Oh no!" And as you turn to look where the ogre is looking, you do see a petrified horse.
Oh.
But are the books there?
It appears that all of its bags are in place.
Muninn would very excitedly, like, point out the horse and say, "Look, that's the horse! Like, take me to it."
But it's all stone now. can't eat stone. Ugh, me ogre, not giant.
Well, there are still things that would help me kill the basilisk. It's in the horse's pouches.
Can you give me a clever? Oh, okay. He gently walks you over to the horse and, like, it's almost like, you know how those, like, statues of horses that are, like, rearing up or heroic, like, this is, your horse is also, like, rearing up, quote-unquote, or heroic, but you can tell it was startled and then petrified in that position.
Yeah, okay. Poor thing.
The ogre, not really willing to let you go out from its hand, like, puts you closer to the horse while you're still in its hand.
Ooh, ouch.
Like, closer as in you're in reach to, like, take whatever you'd like.
Okay. Muninn would try to sort of rummage through the bags and, like, get... Well, actually, if they can, they try to, like, take the bags off of the horse.
Sure. Can you give me a careful?
Yeah.
You managed to do that. It's awkward, but you can do it.
Okay.
Like you're basically, like, leaning forward, unable to, like, gain purchase. Yeah, it's awkward, but you can do it.
Okay. Well, Muninn then will...
Do you take everything from the horse?
Yeah, they would take, like, rather than taking the stuff out of the bags, they would just take the bags. And they would try and, like, as best they can, sort of hold on to them and, like, put them over their as they're being sort of ogre handled.
Ooh, those heavy. Can carry if you like. The ogre offers its other hand.
Okay. I feel like Muninn would very quickly shake their head and say, "No, I'm fine."
Suit yourself. Not gonna steal. Unless you have basilisk pelt. Do you have basilisk pelt?
No, Muninn would shake their head. No, I don't. But I do have things valuable to me.
Things that can kill basilisk? Like what?
Well, just, Muninn would say, just supplies.
Supplies? What's that? Can you enjoy
like-
that? Can you see that I enjoy playing dumb characters?
Yeah.
Yes, Johnny can.
It's like, yeah, it's really interesting. It's like pulling teeth though. Like,
I'm sorry.
in like, no. Don't get me wrong. It's not like a bad thing, but like, damn, it's hard to like talk to this. Maybe Muninn would say, shiny things like knives.
Ooh. Oh, knives? Shiny knife. But if knife shiny, it not stab good. Well, maybe it do. Something to think about. You know me, we ogres no really make knives. We usually just lifts up his club. You know?
I see. Well,
And the club is very clearly like a tree trunk, if that makes sense.
yeah, that makes sense. Well, I'm suit yourself, ogre, but I mean, if you think about it this way, I'm small. Sharp things cut better than blunt things hurt, I guess.
The ogre starts like walking back north towards the road and says, but what point of cutting when you can smash? You both are he's walking, both of you rather, back north towards the road.
Okay. I feel like Muninn wouldn't. Muninn wouldn't like object. I guess is that the.
Well, he asked a question, not a. He didn't like pose an argument.
Oh, what was the question? Sorry.
What's the point of cutting when you can smash, basically?
Oh, okay. I thought that was like a rhetorical question, but well, Muninn would say. I'm not sure what they would say. Muninn would say, well, it's easier for me to cut than it is to smash, but I mean, you wouldn't know anything about that being so big and all.
Yeah, you small and weak. Guess makes sense.
Damn, ouch.
He doesn't say it like as an insult. He just says,
No,
"Oh,
no,
yeah."
no, no, that makes sense.
Hmm.
Well, exactly. Muninn would say.
By the way, what did your friend do to make Daddy so angry? I mean,
Muninn would
Daddy almost always angry, but still.
Muninn would look to the ogre and they would say, "What, did your father not tell you?"
No. Did he have to tell me?
I suppose he didn't have to. Well, I feel like Muninn is a little bit nervous to mention, but maybe Muninn would say, "Well, your father asked my friend for a favor, or to do something for your father, and my friend didn't want to do it, so I suppose that was enough to make your father angry."
Can you give me a sneaky, but it will not be a difficult roll?
Ah, there it is.
Daddy angrier than usual. He had to deal with plenty of upstart mortals, but he never said kill their friends and family in front of them before. This different.
Well,
Like
maybe
you know Big Earthshake from earlier? That Daddy rarely do that.
Well, maybe your father is... Sorry if I'm a bit slow to like think of what to say, by the way.
No worries.
Maybe your father is just sick of people defying.
He once again makes the Gollum faces.
Yeah.
Well, suppose not my business anyway.
It is cool. It does feel like I'm talking to Gollum.
I think. Well, this is above board to everyone. I think like the stars would align to the point where like the ogre Muninn as well, and then Anghel and Illona would intersect on the road. But should we have that encounter now or save it for next time?
I don't mind. I don't mind saving it for next time.
Yeah.
Personally, but I mean, it's up to everyone else.
Next time sounds good, actually.
Okay. So we'll leave off with like these different camera shots of the two groups approaching the same point, neither having noticed the other quite yet. And we'll see what happens next time. So, thoughts on today's session?
Ooh,
Yeah.
things happened.
Yeah. It was interesting for sure.
It was.
Very, very
it
tense.
wa-
I wasn't sure how it was going to end, honestly.
yeah, no, for sure. It was it was really interesting. It was again, it was really like I feel like I got quite immersed in talking to this ogre. I don't know. I had personally, I had like a fun time like trying to trick him. It was cool. I liked it.
It was entertaining for sure.
It was a bit tough for me because obviously above board I recognize your attempts at tricking him, but I had to like filter it to would the ogre recognize that attempt?
Yeah. Absolutely.
And that's why I had you roll clever, pretty much. But still, it was a very fun session. And again, I really enjoy role-playing very, very dumb characters, so I definitely do not mind.
Oh yeah.
I have to say, I really enjoyed like the characters you played today. Both like the old lady, like all of the different like
Yeah.
parts, and the ogre as well was great to listen to.
Yeah, absolutely.
No. Well, thank you for saying that. I'm really wondering what will happen next session, because I'm genuinely curious how this ogre meeting will go. Guess we'll see.
Yeah, definitely.
Deli, would you consider that Muninn had a chance to rest, or is this situation too uncomfortable?
Realistically, I feel like it would probably be a bit too uncomfortable. Obviously, me IRL is like, yeah, definitely, because I want to like.
Yeah, exactly.
I think realistically, no, this is quite stressful and like uncomfortable.
To be fair, I don't think like our next the meeting with the ogre will necessarily turn to combat. I mean, it's mostly up to you guys if it will be combat or not necessarily up to the ogre. So you don't have to answer with the pressure of, oh, there's a boss fight incoming, we have to prepare, if that makes sense.
Okay. We have to be open to it.
Yeah, obviously anything can happen. I mean, technically you could.
That's kind of always true.
Yeah, technically you could have honestly, when Illona ran out of fate points, my first idea wasn't that, oh, someone recognizes her. My first idea was that, okay, you're gonna try to stab someone. But that did not happen because you managed to talk your way out of it faster than I anticipated.
Nice. Well, I don't know if it's nice because it's not the way you did, but still.
Yeah. Also interesting. I'm very, very curious how the party dynamic will go with Anghel's suspicions mounting, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Like he had a problem with Muninn before, and now it's with Illona. Jesus, it's not going well for her.
I should ask also Show&Tell a similar question that I asked Muninn. After you've left the village, would you have taken a rest regarding the bullet wound?
Well, I mean, we're kind of walking. I don't know if we're stopping. I mean, I think that depends on. I mean, next session is going to start immediately with us meeting the ogre.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. Then I don't think he has. Sadly.
Sure. And no pressure in that regard. Okay. Again, a very interesting session. I did have like a list of travelers because I was anticipating the possibility of like you guys staying all the way till tomorrow, and you only managed to get through like the first two travelers, so that's interesting. Obviously, they will the others will continue to like travel, but yeah.
Okay. A list of them. Damn. Okay.
So it's some scared rider from the city, and you know that it's some creepy, stinky old woman.
Mm-hmm. We do.
Yeah. Well, Do you guys have any other thoughts before we go into our shoutouts?
I don't. Not from me, at least.
Neither.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Okay. Well then, dear viewers, thank you once again for watching and listening to us. Let's see what these people are up to. I've rolled as usual the dice, and the dice say that we should go in reverse alphabetical order. Meaning,
Ooh, nice.
yeah, that Show&Tell should go ahead and talk about herself first and what she's doing, etc., etc. Could you please go ahead, Show&Tell?
Yes, hi, Tell. And I have a YouTube channel on which I react to anime and other shows, and I also do streams more or less every week.
She does, and she's great at them. They're very entertaining. I've only managed to catch like 1 or 2 streams because I record with the other group when they happen.
Right. That was fun to have you on. I sorry. I was going to I started saying something and I'm not sure.
No worries. I haven't moved on to Delhi because it seemed like you left off mid-sentence, so I wasn't sure if you were finished or not.
Yeah. Okay. I wasn't finished. I don't know what happened. Okay. Well, in any case, I also have an Etsy shop. And I'm going to add, I'm working on adding some earrings that I made on there, so you can stay tuned for that.
Oh, awesome. Nice. Thank you very much, Show&Tell. Next, as I mentioned, going in reverse alphabetical, we would have Dely. Could you please go ahead and talk about yourself and what you are doing?
Yeah, of course. Hello, everyone. I'm Dely. Outside of these sessions, I am a Goblin VTuber on Twitch. Currently, kind of schedule's a bit sort of weird at the moment. University and stuff makes it hard to stream at the moment, but I'm trying to get more of a consistent schedule because of October. So spooky games play at the moment. Yeah, and I'm also kind of a spoiler. I'm also at the moment trying to. I'm making a new model, basically.
Oh, nice.
TLDR. So I'm making a new model that I will eventually announce on Twitter. I don't know when. Don't ask me when. And yeah, so that's what I'm doing. So feel free to come and say hi in the chat during one of my streams.
Nice. Definitely looking forward to that. This episode will air on the 24th, I think. October has 31 days, right? Yeah, meaning
yes.
The episode after that would air on Halloween. Any plans for Halloween that you might announce for our viewers?
Oh, good question. I probably it's all up in the air at the moment, but I kind of would like to do a collab stream, I think.
Awesome.
But I don't know if that's going to happen. We'll see.
Awesome. You'll probably have time in our next session, from the time it airs to your stream. You have time to let people know if you have any other separate plans. But do follow Dely on Twitter. They usually let everyone know about their streaming plans there.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Dely. And next we would have Ashen. Could you please go ahead and talk about yourself and what you are doing?
Yes, I'm Ash, and I have an Instagram where I post stuff I painted or music and stuff. So if you're into seeing some DIY projects or just seeing some drawings, check me out there.
She is incredibly talented, and you definitely should check her out. Okay. Thank you very much, Ashen. And I was your Dungeon Master, Game Master Teeironor. I do this series, which is very, very fun and interesting, and definitely lets me think outside the box. And a different series that's insane, frankly. Our next episode, we literally contemplated calling it the craziest fucking episode ever. That has the title, but yeah, you can find that as well. But other than that, thank you once again, dear viewers, for watching and listening to us. We shall be back next week, most likely. I'll keep you posted if not, and we will see you then. Goodbye, everybody.